What's up guys, so this is a follow-up to my Young Turks video, which I'll link down below. I'd just like to clarify my stance on self-defense, and I'd also like to cover what I think could actually be done about rape, because I didn't really cover that in my last video. This will probably be the last I've got to say on the subject. There's lots of other things I'd like to be moving on and talking about in the next few days. It seems to me that there's some pretty strong cultural differences between the US and the UK in regards to self-defense, and I'll be going over this a bit later, but I'm not particularly anti-gun, and I'm certainly not a pacifist, so I'd just like to make that clear. Personally, though, I wouldn't even pull a gun on an attacker unless they looked like Brock Lesnar, and even then, I'd probably shoot them somewhere like the kneecap. I can understand that some people have a bit of a problem with shooting straight, and they might not be able to hit a target like that, so if they absolutely have to take someone down, they're going to go for a large target like the chest. But that's fine, but what I cannot support is shooting someone multiple times after they're already down. This is no longer self-defense, that's murder, and that's what the Young Turks were talking about, and that's why I was so against what they are saying. Sure, I can understand why someone would do that. I can understand we do stupid shit when we're angry. But I can understand why people do virtually all crimes, but that doesn't make it right. If they want to do it, and they are happy to face the consequences, I can't stop them, but it should not be legally supported. I've heard a few Americans saying that they were taught to basically just shoot to kill, and to me this just seems completely psychotic from the point of view of someone who wasn't brought up to think that. As I've said, if it's the only option, I'm not going to argue. If it was the only option for me, I'd end up doing the same. But this kind of attitude really does seem to be exclusive to guns. In the UK, where guns are illegal, I've certainly never been told that if you're attacked by someone, you should palm strike them in the nose and smash the bone up into their brain and kill them, or if you're attacked, stab them straight in the neck. Never told anything like that. And I think part of that could have something to do with the level of disconnect people feel from simply pulling a trigger, as opposed to being in heavy melee combat where they're swinging a knife or a fist as hard as they physically can. One occasion, when I was 17, I had 6 people attempt to mug me and a friend of mine, and yeah, it was pretty terrifying for a while. They ended up patting me down, trying to find money and stuff. Luckily, my money was in my back pocket, and when the guy touched that, I accused him of being gay, and with them being macho gang members, they of course took a massive offence to that and didn't want to touch it because they didn't want to look gay. So they didn't find out I had money there. But then one of them took a few swings at me. I blocked 3 attacks, and they saw that I wasn't going to go down easy. I was going to put up a fight. So, all 6 of them walked away. Now, I can't help thinking that if I was brought up with the shoot-to-kill mentality, and I was living in America where it's legal to have and to conceal a gun on your person, that situation could have ended up massively different, and there could be 6 people dead right now because of it. So, what can be done about rape? Viewing them as monsters who must be slaughtered like cattle, I really don't think is the right way to go about it. And as I said in my last video, yes, rape is horrific, but, murder, kinda worse, and I really do think that it's fucking bizarre that people who are against the death penalty for murder can be pretty much jumping for joy when an alleged rapist is killed. I've seen comments in the Young Turks video calling people rape apologists, but what they're doing is murder apologists. They're doing murder apology, and I consider that to be a bit worse. Newsflash: rapists aren't usually born to rapists are usually born to non-rapist parents. So slaughtering them like that, That's not going to, that's not going to get rid of rape. That's not a eugenic solution to the problem. Of course, I support harsh prison sentences, but beyond that, we as a society need to understand what factors lead to people committing these crimes in the first place, and what can be done about it. What treatments work, and how to treat and how to keep victims safe. These are the solutions we're going to have to look at in order to reduce the rates of crime. So I'm a huge supporter of rehabilitation. In a modern progressive society, prisons shouldn't be about punishment. They should be a deterrent. They should be to keep dangerous people away from the public, and they should, of course, be for rehabilitation. And in the case of sex offenders, this actually does appear to work. Only 5.3% of sex offenders are rearrested for another sex crime, and for rapists it's only 2.5% within 3 years. Of course, we have to understand the factors which lead to people committing these crimes, such as them being abused themselves as children, and if we can understand that, we can actually get to treat most of these potential criminals before they end up committing any crimes themselves. I mean, having the attitude that they should just be slaughtered isn't going to help anyone. Do you really think that this is going to make people come forward and seek help before they end up committing a crime like this? I'm going to link to a couple of articles below. The Wikipedia article goes over some of the risk factors. I'm pretty sceptical about some of it, but on the whole there does seem to be some pretty good information there. I'm also going to link to a playlist by the Bad Cop 69 regarding paedophilia research, because a lot of what he says is somewhat similar to what I'm saying here. We need to actually understand the causes of these problems if we're ever going to find a solution. And the attitudes that society has, the complete over-reactionary, let's fucking just murder the lot of them attitude, really isn't going to help us find any solutions. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.